Welcome to the Dr. Mudgil podcast. This is episode 172. We are well into March now. Actually feels like spring out there. It's the mid-50s, but it feels warmer than that. Sun is shining, or it was shining. I think the clouds kind of covered it up, but spring is most certainly in the air, which makes the doc a very happy man. Winter, hopefully, is completely behind us, although it may, sometimes it comes back a little bit, but fingers crossed. Hopefully that won't happen. So my last couple of podcasts have been like much of my content, I should say, has been, just trashing how horrible private health insurance is and just how just tragic healthcare really is here in the great United States of America, and how change just really needs to happen. And, Medicare Advantage plans basically embody a lot of what's really, really bad in medicine, but Medicare Advantage plans, which are run by private health insurers, just use the private health insurer shady playbook, which, as you know, generates all of their profit off of the backs of patients and their docs. They basically screw doctors and their patients, or patients and their doctors, who are living on one side of the fence. And then there's these four evil forces on the other side of the fence that are just trying to extract every dollar from patients and doctors to just pad their bottom line. And those are private health insurance companies, pharmacy benefit managers, sprawling hospital systems, and private equity companies that usurp medical practices. All of that is destroying healthcare. And my sincere hope, is that the folks at Doge, turn their microscope onto some of the affairs that are going on in the private health insurance industry, because us taxpayers are certainly getting screwed. And because I post so much stuff, anytime there's like some sort of controversial thing that happens in healthcare, or someone posts about an experience that they have, which is just so like crazy, outrageous, almost unbelievable, egregious, my inbox starts to explode. Folks like send me the videos. And this one particular video that I'm going to share with you guys was sent to me by numerous folks from literally all over the country. And we'll watch it together. I'll share a little bit of it with you. Then I'm going to just talk about it a bit and just how infuriating this is. So here goes.
Can I help you?
So I think there's a mistake on the bill, but maybe you could help me out. We got a bill, and then we realized that you guys didn't have our insurance. So we sent you the insurance, and it looks like the bill went up.
It went up?
Yeah, the first bill we got without the insurance was $600, and then the second one was almost $1,300.
Okay. Yeah, so that the first invoice you received, that's a discount that you receive if you're uninsured. So you're not eligible for the discount since you are insured. And so the bill was $2,342.14. We billed your insurance. Your insurance only paid $1,078.85.
Can I go back to the discount without the insurance?
No, so you're insured, so you're not eligible for the discount.
Anyways, I'll spare you the rest of the video. You should really watch it on your own. It's really quite infuriating. So basically what happened in this particular situation, I think this guy is like a comedian or something like that. And like most of the stuff that he posts are like, sort of these satirical videos. But in this video, it says on the top, like, this is not satire. And this is something that really happened to this guy. So from what I gather, his daughter got sick and they had to call an ambulance and go to like the emergency room, I guess. And they got a bill from that emergency room visit for whatever life-saving care was required for his daughter. And the bill that he got was for $600. And, he has insurance. I don't know if he buys insurance on his own. If he buys insurance on his own, I'm sure it's like whatever, at least $1,000 a month, but he may get it through his employer and contribute part of it. Someone is paying for this insurance premium. And just knowing what I know, just having employees of my own who have insurance, and if you have your child on that insurance policy, I mean, it's probably much more than $1,000 a month, but let's just say $1,000 a month. So this guy's paying, someone is paying, if not this guy all on his own, he's definitely contributing to like a minimum of $12,000 a year for insurance. So he gets the bill, and he gets his bill for $600. He's like, oh, my insurance isn't on here, so let me just call the billing department of this hospital and say, hey, I actually do have insurance, which he did. So he called them, gave them his insurance information. And then he gets, whatever, I'm sure it was several weeks later, he gets another bill for like $1,300. And he's like, how is that possible? Like, I have insurance and I got this bill for not having insurance. So obviously, any logical person would just assume that if I submit my insurance, then the bill is definitely going to go down because I have friggin' health insurance. But in his case, the bill went up more than double. So it went from $600 to $1,300. And the crazy part about this is, and this is just how shady things are. I'm sure he went to like some hospital, and it's probably owned by some sprawling hospital network, like, Kaiser or something like that. He's from California. And what hospitals do, I mean, this, like I said, there's the doctor and their patient, or the patient and the doctor on one side of the fence. So the patient comes to doctor because they need help, or their child needs help. Doctor goes to school for like a gajillion years, then does residency and fellowship for a gajillion years so that they can learn what it takes to help said patient. And that's literally the extent of that relationship. But on the other side of the fence, there are private health insurance companies, sprawling hospital systems, pharmacy benefit managers, and private equity companies that are literally trying to extract every possible dollar from that pure relationship on the other side of the fence, the patient-doctor relationship. So in this guy's case, he gets the bill, and apparently if you don't have insurance, you pay $600. That's just the way it works at whatever institution he went to, or he took his daughter to. But because he has insurance, the bill that was actually like $2,300 for insured people, his insurance paid like $1,000. So already $400 more than the $600 that would have been paid if he had not had insurance. But because he has insurance, he's now entirely responsible for the full balance. So that $1,000, which is $400 more than the hospital was charging him for not having insurance, they're now charging him for the balance of the additional $1,300, so $2,300. How any of this can make sense to any logical person, please educate me, because it is just so, it just defies logic. For every part of this defies logic. Moreover, this guy's probably paying, like I said, a minimum of $12,000 a year for health insurance, right? So he's paying $12,000 a year, and because he's paying $12,000 a year, he has to pay $2,300 for this hospital visit for his daughter rather than $600 if he didn't have insurance. And the only reason why that exists is because of these back office shady deals that insurance companies make with hospitals. It's the same thing with medications. Like you could, a generic medication could be like a $50 copay, but if you go to Mark Cuban's Cost Plus website for like a month's supply of that same medication, what they do is they charge you the cost of the medication plus a 15% profit fee plus a $5 pharmacy fee. So literally that $50 generic medication for a month's supply, which would be your insurance's copay, you could literally get for like $11 or $12, which is less than your copay if you use Cost Plus, which doesn't go through insurance. You have to pay for it. But even if you have to pay for it, it's still like tons cheaper than your copay would have been had you used your insurance to get the same exact medication. It is absolutely infuriating. There are just too many middle folks in medicine. Health insurance companies, private health insurance companies like United, like awful, vile, disgusting institutions. And this is a perfect example of that. Pharmacy benefit managers who negotiate these backroom deals for medications that ultimately end up just screwing patients over because patients are paying so much more for medications than if they just bought it off the free market and just paid for the medication rather than going through their insurance companies. Sprawling hospital systems. Again, this gentleman probably brought his daughter to some hospital conglomerate in California, and the administrators in these hospitals work these back office deals with insurance companies and pharmacy benefit managers. It's the system is all stacked up against patients and their doctors. I mentioned this in my last podcast. Back in like 1970, some hospitals actually used to be owned by doctors, which makes a lot more sense to me. Like the person running a hospital should be a person who knows how to take care of patients. And at that time, there were 6.5 doctors for every one hospital administrator. Now, there are 10 administrators for every one doctor. I mean, how insane is that? Like, it's an incredibly inefficient system where like MBAs are making medical decisions, working out these deals regarding patient care purely from like a business perspective to maximize their profits, but they end up screwing poor guys like this gentleman who posted this video. It is absolutely insane, and anyone who has a shred of sanity within them should be infuriated when they see things like this, because I most certainly am. I say this week after week. I say it every day. All of us need to speak up. Patients and doctors, we are on the same team. We are both just getting shellacked by the evil forces on the other side of the fence. You know, we must work together. We must be vocal. And doctors, I'm talking to you specifically. Most doctors I know are absolute, utter wimps and don't say a damn thing about this sort of thing. Patients also should be much more vocal. You know, we all need to speak up, speak out about these crazy injustices that literally happen like thousands. I mean, probably much more than thousands, but you know, just all day long, every day, patients and their doctors are getting screwed just like this guy who posted this video. So with that, I hope I had a little bit of fire under your arses to be more vocal. I hope you all have a wonderful, restful weekend and are just ready to crush the week ahead. Let's get it.